Godzilla's origins explained, from myth to movie icon. There's this gigantic, radioactive reptile that's been rampaging through pop culture for over 6 decades. Any guesses? That's right, it's Godzilla. From crushing skyscrapers under his feet to battling other monstrous titans, Godzilla isn't just any monster. He's the monster. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where did Godzilla actually come from? How did he go from being a terrifying symbol of destruction to a beloved global icon? Alright, picture this. The city's skyline is ablaze, panic ensues, and amidst the chaos, a colossal figure emerges from the smoke, Godzilla. Beyond the sheer spectacle, Godzilla represents so much more. Over the years, he's been a metaphor, a warning, even a protector. So, how exactly did a creature born out of fear and devastation become a symbol that resonates with audiences around the world? The birth of Godzilla, historical context. To truly grasp Godzilla's origins, we need to hop into our time machine and travel back to Japan in the aftermath of World War II. The year is 1945. Japan is reeling from the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nuclear anxiety. The fear of nuclear annihilation wasn't confined to Japan. The entire globe was on edge. With the onset of the Cold War, the 1950s saw heightened tensions between superpowers, each armed to the teeth with nuclear arsenals. This pervasive anxiety began seeping into art and entertainment, birthing a new era of allegorical storytelling. Gojira, 1954, the original film. Amidst this tense atmosphere, Toho Studios decided to produce a film that would encapsulate these fears. He collaborated with director Ishiro Honda and special effects maestro Eiji Tsuburaya. Together, they crafted Gojira, a film that was as much a cautionary tale as it was a creature feature. In Gojira, the monster wasn't just a random beast. It was a manifestation of nuclear destruction. When Gojira premiered in 1954, it resonated deeply with Japanese audiences. It wasn't just another monster movie, it was a poignant reflection of their collective trauma. The film's success didn't just launch a franchise, it ignited the entire kaiju genre. Mythological and cultural influences. Stories of giant creatures like dragons and sea monsters have been a staple in Japanese folklore. Ryujin, the dragon god of the sea, was believed to control the ocean's depths and the creatures within. These ancient tales provided a foundation upon which modern storytellers could build, a bridge between the past and present. Cultural themes. In Japan, there's a profound respect for nature, rooted in Shinto beliefs. Godzilla often emerges as a response to human folly, specifically, the misuse of technology and disregard for natural balance. Evolution of Godzilla through the eras. The Showa era kicked off with Godzilla as a terrifying antagonist, a relentless force of destruction. But as the films progressed, a shift occurred. Godzilla began battling other monsters, sometimes even saving humanity from greater threats. This era introduced us to a colorful roster of foes and allies like King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Jet Jaguar. The tone ranged from serious to downright campy. The Heisei era rebooted the franchise, returning to a darker, more serious tone. These films ignored most of the Showa sequels, serving as direct continuations of the 1954 original. Godzilla was depicted with more depth, his origins explored further, his motivations more complex. Millennium era took a unique approach, with each film acting as a standalone story. These movies blended nostalgia with modern filmmaking techniques, bringing back classic monsters. Godzilla's design and abilities. In the absence of CGI, the filmmakers employed suitmation actors in elaborate monster suits. Haruo Nakajima donned a costume that weighed over 200 pounds and studied animals at the zoo to add depth and nuance to Godzilla's movements. Godzilla's appearance evolved significantly. In the original, he was 50 meters tall, a reflection of the tallest buildings in Tokyo at the time. Design tweaks included changes to his dorsal fins and skin texture, adapting to new technologies and artistic visions. Godzilla in Western cinema. The West couldn't resist the allure of Godzilla. Godzilla 1985 was an American adaptation of the Japanese, The Return of Godzilla. The 1998 Godzilla, directed by Roland Emmerich, took considerable liberties and was criticized for straying too far from the source material. Legendary's Monsterverse, 2014 present. Fast forward to 2014, Legendary Pictures released a reboot that aimed to honor the original essence of Godzilla. The MonsterVerse expanded with Kong, Skull Island, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong. These films incorporated classic monsters like Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, delighting longtime fans. Cultural impact and legacy. Godzilla's influence transcends borders and generations. He's been featured in countless media forms, comics, novels, TV shows. Conventions and fan clubs celebrate his legacy, and he's even got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Godzilla set the standard for monster movies. His legacy paved the way for franchises like Pacific Rim and Cloverfield. Themes and messages. Many Godzilla films carry strong environmental messages, exploring the consequences of pollution, nuclear testing, and ecological disregard. They serve as allegories, warning us about the repercussions of mistreating our planet. Godzilla films reflect on human responsibility, often portraying Godzilla as a direct result of human actions, a symbol of nature's backlash. Godzilla's role in modern media. Godzilla's reach extends into animation and gaming. More recently, Netflix released an anime trilogy. Video games have allowed fans to experience the thrill of being Godzilla or battling him, from arcade games to modern console hits. In comics, he's battled Marvel superheroes and even crossed paths with characters like Batman in fan creations. One of the most surprising was the 1992 Nike commercial where Godzilla played basketball against Charles Barkley. The future of Godzilla. So, what's on the horizon for Godzilla? Toho has announced plans to continue producing Godzilla films, separate from the MonsterVerse. There's buzz about new stories that will further explore the character's roots. Meanwhile, Legendary hasn't ruled out more MonsterVerse installments. Each era reinterprets Godzilla to reflect contemporary issues, be it nuclear tension, environmental crises, or societal anxieties. And there you have it, the epic saga of Godzilla's origins and evolution. From a manifestation of nuclear nightmares to a global pop culture titan, Godzilla's journey is nothing short of legendary. He embodies our fears, our mistakes, but also our hopes and capacity for reflection. What's your take on the King of the Monsters? Do you have a favorite film, era, or monster showdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.